Hello YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with another one of my Tales from the Vargas Vault videos. Last time I talked about my Nintendo handhelds and my thoughts and history with each one of them. And this one I wanted to take an opportunity to talk about the competitor for Nintendo in the handheld market. Nintendo has had a lot of competitors actually. A lot of people have tried to take a stab at Nintendo's success in the handheld market. But one I felt really came close at the time is actually their main competitor right now, and that's Sony. They released the Sony PSP, PlayStation Portable. And, you know, when I heard this thing was going to come out, I didn't think they would do much, but they actually did surprise me. I have this system, which is a launch console. It's the special value pack that came with the headphones, a memory card, a sleeve, and a UMD copy of Spider-Man 2. So when I booted this baby up, I thought the screen looked very, very nice compared to what was available on the Game Boy Advance or later on the SP. So the screen was nice and big, and resolution looked really, really nice. I actually have my console right here. So it looked very nice. The games were really, it really was like you were playing a PlayStation 2 portable. And most of the games really reflected that. And these so far are the games I've had for the console. The very first game, and they're organized by each one I've bought. But the very first game I got with my PSP was Ridge Racer, and this is the one that really opened my eyes to what the PSP could do. I mean, it is a really cool looking racer game. It plays really well. The music is awesome. So this is basically the game that introduced what the PSP could do. The one that made me a believer on how great the PSP was is Luminous. I think I mentioned this when I got Luminous 2, that this is an awesome puzzle series. I mean, I'm not lying when I say that there comes a time when you get so into the game and the music and everything, you really do enter this puzzle nirvana. I mean, the music on the first one is so relaxing. It goes perfectly with the backdrop and the whole puzzle element. This is my favorite puzzle game on the PSP and on most systems. I got Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, based on the anime, which in turn is based on the famous movie. It's a first-person shooter, really good one at that. I just hate those freaking spider robots. They're so freaking annoying. And we got Metal Gear Acid, which changes up the Metal Gear formula. Konami posted that this was the next step in the Metal Gear franchise. Acid, melting solid. And it's unique because it has a unique art style, and it's Metal Gear with combined with Yu-Gi-Oh! You use cards to take actions and follow up on the game. It's an interesting experiment which I personally liked, so I'm hoping they make more of those. And we got Infected. The zombie apocalypse rages through New York during Christmas time, and it's your job to save civilians and, kill zombies. First port of a PlayStation 1 game, but it's a really good game, so, I'll let it slide. Valkyrie Profile Lenneth. It's a beautiful game. Plays well, the story's awesome. You're a Valkyrie that goes around collecting dead warriors to help you. Awesome game. We have Death Jr., which is a Konami game. I remember this game got really hyped because it had an art style similar to Tim Burton. It's a platformer. It controls kind of wonky, so it's not as good as it was hyped. Then what I thought was impossible happened. They released a Ratchet and Clank on the PSP. I love the Ratchet and Clank series. I mean, the weapon customization, the weapons, you know, the platforming, just an incredible series. And the fact that they were able to shrink it on a portable game is really amazing. And we have a unique game, Loco Roco. It's unique because you don't actually use any sort of controllers, you just use the L and R buttons to basically just tilt the screen around, and you have to guide these little blobs, you know, collect them until they form into a big blob and then guide them to the end of the level. It's interesting. Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops, a return to the original formula. You control Big Boss after the events in Snake Eater. Really difficult freaking game. Ultimate Ghost and Goblins. The Ghost and Goblin series are already hard as hell. This one more so. I don't know what it is. I just can't beat it. It's freaking hard. And I can honestly say, while it's cool to relieve nostalgia, I freaking hate it. Another adaptation of a PlayStation 2 game, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. It's basically a slimmed down Grand Theft Auto 3 engine as a prequel to the same game. But again, the mere fact that they were able to shrink down Grand Theft Auto 3 into the PSP was really cool. Another one, Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition, came out on the PlayStation 2. They shrank it down. The only problem with this one, as opposed to the other games, it has ungodly load times. But once it gets going, it's pretty cool. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII, a prequel to Final Fantasy VII, following the events of Zack. Also took a page from Metal Gear Acid, wherein you actually use cards to take actions per turn. Another beauty, Ratchet Secret Agent Clank. This time you use Clank, who's trying to solve the mystery of a jewel heist where Ratchet was involved, supposedly. Clank is uses a secret agent persona to try and get clues to help his buddy, and you also control Clank in arena battles. Castlevania, the Dracula X Chronicles. This is a port of the Castlevania Rondo of Blood. It came out only in Japan. First time it's released in America. And as a bonus, it has Symphony of the Night. So you basically get two awesome games in one disc. Another adaptation of a PlayStation 2 game, God of War, Chains of Olympus. I'll give them this. It's really cool. It plays well. It has really cool animations. Also a prequel before the events of God of War 1. The sequel, Metal Gear Acid. Different story, different art style, same gameplay, use cards. This one had some 3D glasses that you can use to watch videos and stuff. So they tried to make it unique. Like I said, I like this one. Hope they make more. Every Extend Extra from the good people that brought us Luminous. Plays like Res. You go around shooting things, and as you shoot, it changes the tempo of the music. Really hard for some reason. I can't get very far on that one. Another translation, Final Fantasy Tactics, The War of the Lions. It's basically the Final Fantasy Tactics that came on the PlayStation 1 with really, really beautiful cutscenes and a few changes to the dialogue and to the story. They actually took out some characters and added a few others. And Luminous 2, the sequel to my favorite puzzle game. Love it. So far that's my PSP collection, which I wanted to share with you guys. Hoping to get more. There's still a whole bunch of PSP games I need to get my hands on. But that's for another video. So, this is Vargas, XX78, signing off.